Today we're going to take a look at Google Forms. Google Forms are used to ask questions or create questionnaires that you can send out. So we go to Create Form, and just like any Google document, we can change the title. First thing they give you is some choices of a theme. So you can choose one of the themes that they have here. Just click on it and then click OK. And here's the name of my form here, and then I can go ahead and type in my first question. And there's different options. Well, first you can put in the question here. There's help tests where you can add additional information. There's different choices on the different question types. So there's text, which is kind of like for a short answer if you're going to put in like a few words. There's the paragraph text for longer answers. Multiple choice, kind of like a multiple choice test. Choosing from a list, you give them a list of things. Check boxes, so people could check the boxes of multiple answers. There's a scale from 1 to 10, 1 to 5, etc. Putting in a grid. Choosing a date for an event or something, or choosing a time. So here I'm going to do multiple choice. So I'm going to give students the options. You can type it in and then hit tab to go to the next box. Actually tab twice. And I'll just put one that's other. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that one, so you can get rid of any of them by clicking the X and it will delete it. They actually have the add other option here, so you could just click that and it will automatically put in other, where they can type in their answer. They can put in a different color other than the ones I gave them. Here you can see you can make a question a required question, so that just means that they won't be able to complete the form that you sent them unless they've answered all the required questions. So you can have some optional and some required, or make them all required or all optional. When you're done, you can click done. If you want to go back to edit your question, you click the pencil here. You can duplicate questions, and of course you can delete the questions. As you're working, you can view the live form, so you can see what it will actually look like, not in the edit mode. So you can see I have my theme here, and this is what the question will look like when someone goes in. You'll see it has the red star, meaning it's a required question, and then when they're done they would click submit. So I'm going to close that and go back to my editing form. If I want to add another question, I can do that here, and I can go to the drop-down menu to choose what kind of question it is. Here I'm going to do a different question. Here I'm going to ask what is your birth date, and so for that one I can have them use a date where they could put the month, day, and year that they were born, and I'm going to make that a required question. And I'm going to add one more item, do a text, what is your name? And so for this one I'll put some help tests. First name only, and they're just going to do a short answer, so that'll be required as well. Now if I decided I actually want to know their name first, I can just click and drag it to the top, and so I can reorder them just by clicking and dragging them up and down. Alright, one more time I want to look at my live form. This is what it's going to look like when I submit it. Looks great. Some other things, so when you're ready to send your form, just like any other Google Docs, you can just put the address in there. You have a couple options. You can include the form in the email, so that means they can answer the questions directly in their email. One thing to know about that is then they don't see your theme though, so it doesn't look quite as pretty. You can also have the option of sending it a copy to yourself. And I'm going to go ahead and send this, and it will automatically create a spreadsheet where you're going to see the responses. So, I can turn off accepting responses. To view the responses, it will then take you to a Google spreadsheet. So this is not the Google Forms, this is Google Spreadsheet. And it will have the same title, but in parentheses it'll have responses. So this is where you view your responses. It'll timestamp it when you got it, and it will show you the answers to the questions. Another thing to notice is I changed the order. I put "what is your name" as the first question, but it shows up here in the order that you put them in. When I go to Google Drive, you'll see here's my Google form. That's the where I made the questions, and then here's the sample responses. So that's the Google spreadsheet where I'll see the results or the answers to my questions. You can always go back and edit it even though you've shared it. And that's about it for Google Forms.